The neon sign is buzzing like a hornet in the heat. I'm parked outside the motel where the sin and silence meet. Got a tuxedo on my body, got some dust up on my shoes, and a bottle full of vintage that I'm terrified to use. The gold foil's peeling just like paint upon the wall. I'm waiting for a miracle or waiting for the fall. They say the bubbles make you fly, but they only sting my eyes. Yeah, the high life's just a lie we tell ourselves before we die. So pour the champagne, let it wash away the stain. It's liquid gold for a rust bucket soul, a toast to the ghost that I can't control. Yeah, drink the champagne, numb the pleasure, feel the pain. It don't taste sweet when you're sipping on the truth, just a bit of little sparkling wasted youth. Champagne. Look, I paid the cost to be the boss, but I forgot the receipt. Now I'm dining with the devil in the driver's seat. Crystal glass, heavy hand, shadow stretching across the land. Built a castle out of smoke, sinking in the desert sand. See this fancy fizzy water, can't wash out the blood. I'm a diamond in the rough that got buried in the mud. Raise a glass to the past, make the fake moment last. Life moves slow, but the crash comes fast. So pour the champagne, let it wash away the stain. It's liquid gold for a rust bucket soul, a toast to the ghost that I can't control. Yeah, drink the champagne, numb the pleasure, feel the pain. It don't taste sweet when you're sipping on the truth, just a bit of little sparkling wasted youth. Champagne. Here's to the lovers who lied. Here's to the dreams that have died. Here's to the rich man with the hole in his chest. Here's to the wicked who never find rest. Here's to the rest. Sparkles in the dark, just a shot in the dark. Bottoms up, kid. It's all just champagne. Woke up in satin sheets, cold as the moon. Perfume in the air, the sweet smell of room. The mirrors are polished, yeah. They show me a lie. A man in a tuxedo just waiting to die. Pour me the bourbon, make it burn like the past. Nothing in this penthouse is built to last. I stare at the skyline, I see a black glass, watching the headlights and the memories pass. Oh, the bars are made of gold, but they still hold tight. I'm screaming in the velvet, lost in the night. just a prisoner in this gilded cage. Yeah, I'm dying of thirst in this gilded cage. Look, they say the view from the top is the best you can find, but the air is too thin and it messes with your mind. I sold my soul for a signature, ink on the page. Now I'm pacing the floor like a beast in a rage. Diamond encrusted shackles, platinum chains, ice in the veins, Novocaine for the pains. It's a desert out there, but it's a desert in here. Choking on the silence, drowning in the fear. I got the key in my pocket, but I can't find the door. Rich man, poor soul, bleeding on the floor. Can you hear the wind howling outside the glass, whispering secrets of the time that won't pass? I've got the money, Lord, I've got the faith, but I don't even remember own damn name, my own damn name. But they still hold tight. I'm screaming in the velvet, lost in the night. It shines so pretty, yeah. It sparkles like a stage, but I'm just a prisoner in this gilded cage. Lock it up, throw away the key. Just let me be in my pretty little hell, my gilded cage.
Distorted slide guitar, yeah, boom.
I walked in with the dust of the desert still clinging to my shoe. Past the velvet rose, paid the toll with yesterday's bruises. The chandelier is shaking, trying to hold on to the light, but shadows search out long and hungry in the middle of the night. They're serving heartbreak on a silver tray, while the violins weep for the words we never say. Welcome to high society, where the souls are sold for a quiet notoriety. We're drinking diamonds, swallowing the truth, wasting the fire of our reckless youth. It looks like heaven, but it burns like heaven. Oh, in this high society, where we bid ourselves farewell. Yeah. Well, look at the smile, stitched up tight, plastic perfection in the neon light. They shake your hand, but they're counting your veins, trading your secrets for a link in the chains. It's a masquerade ball for the broken and bored, a kingdom built on a cardboard sword. I see the girl I used to know in the corner there, with the ice in her eyes and the smoke in her hair. She doesn't look back, she doesn't recall, yeah, where we used to fly before we learned how to fall. Oh, welcome to high society, where the silence is louder than the propriety. We're drinking diamonds, swallowing the truth, wasting the fire of our reckless youth. It looks like heaven, but it burns like hell. Hell in this high society, where we bid ourselves farewell. And I'm just a ghost in a tailored suit, searching for the flower, but I pulled up the root. Does the money keep you warm when the sky turns black? Or do you wish for the dirt road? Do you wish you could go back? The party's over, the champagne is flat, the wolf is sleeping on the welcome mat. I leave my glass by the marble door. I don't wanna play this game no more. High society, keep your goal. High society, leave me cold. Just give me the night, just give me the road. is heavy like a jagged bone. I'm a stray dog miles away from home. Blacktop twisting like a snake in the dust, trading my salvation for a little bit of lust. The neon flickers at the motel sign. I'm pouring gasoline and calling it wine. There's a beast inside clawing at the cage, writing my ruin on every single page. I've tried the whiskey, I've tried the prayer, but nothing cuts the ghosts out of the air until until you walk in. You're the shot in the chamber, the cold steel kiss. I'm a monster howling at the precipice. Tear through the armor, straight to the heart. Watch the darkness shatter and fall apart. One pull of the trigger, yeah, you do it right. You're my silver bullet in the dead of night. Shadows stretching longer than the interstate, gambling with the devil, putting it all on fate. I'm made of smoke and mirrors, rust and chrome, a wanderer with a soul that's never known a home. But you got eyes that cut through the thickest fog, pulling me out of the swamp, out of the bog. It's lethal, chemical, a dangerous design, walking the razor's edge just to make you mine. I see the flash, I hear the bang, I feel the burn. There's no lesson left for me to learn. I couldn't stop it if I wanted to. All my roads are leading back to the shot in the chamber, the cold steel kiss. I'm a monster howling at the precipice. Tear through the armor, straight to the heart. Watch the darkness shatter and fall apart. One pull of the trigger, yeah, you do it right. You're my silver bullet in the dead of night. They say the only way to kill the curse is to find something better or something worse. I'm down on my knees in the desert sand, waiting for the judgment from your hands. So take the shot.
Devil cracks like thunder in the dry, dead heat. Strangers walking through the dust in muddy boots and street feet. They're tagging up the furniture, putting numbers on the past, looking at the mirrors where we thought meant to last. Lot number 7 is a bar of old letters, written in the winter when we thought we'd get better. A man in a trench coat bids $1 for the paint. He doesn't know the ink is smeared with a whiskey and with rain. Going one to their shadow in the door, going twice, I can't love you anymore. Sold to the darkness, sold to the rust. Everything we built is crumbling to dust. Oh, raise your pedal, come and buy a broken part. Welcome to the auction of a heart. Oh, there's a silver ring sitting on a velvet tray, caught a little sunlight from the dying of the day. The auctioneer is sweating, rattling off the cost. But how do you put a price tag on the paradise we lost? I'm standing in the corner, leaning on the wall, watching 20 years of living, heading for a fall. They want the antique table, they want the jagged crown, but nobody wants the heavy soul that weighs the owner down. Check the inventory, nothing here is free. You're buying up the ghosts that used to sleep with me. Cash on the barrel, blood on the wood. Did I treat you right? Did I do it like I should? Highest bidder takes the guilt, take it out the door. I don't wanna see the memories lying on the floor. Sold the laughter, sold the tears, sold the silence too, sold the very last second that I spent loving you. Yeah. Welcome to the auction of a heart. So take it all away. Just leave the air in here tastes like expensive ice. Everything I touch has a heavy price. Moonlit tucks across the room like a knife, cutting out the best parts of my life. I'm wearing a tuxedo that fits like a shroud. Silence in the penthouse used to feel so loud. Now it's just a hum of low voltage wire burning down a house without a high. It takes a long time to fall, it takes a long time to die. Reflection in the ground is looking back at me, and he's a stranger that I never wanted to be. Oh, it's cold down on the marble floor. Can't hear the wolves howling at the door. I traded the dust for a polish and a shine, but I can't taste the blood in the vintage wine. Yeah, it's hard when the knees finally hit. Polished perfection mixed with the grit. Kingdom of nothing, king of the core, dying of thirst on the marble floor. Look at the veins in the stone, white lightning on black. I climbed up the mountain and I never looked back. Sold the dirt under my nails for a manicure soul. Now there's a zero, some game in a bottomless hole. I see a face in the tide, distorted and stretched. Every lie that I told is permanently etched. The click-clack of her heels, a ghost in the hall. I built a monument just to watch it fall. I got the velvet ropes, I got the Midas touch, but holding on to smoke, man, it hurts too much. So I lay it all down, cheek against the stone, the coldest lover that I've ever known. Oh, it's cold down on the marble floor. Can't hear the wolves howling at the door. I traded the dust for a polish and a shine, but I can't taste the blood in the vintage wine. Yeah, it's hard when the knees finally hit. Polished perfection mixed with the grit. Kingdom of nothing, king of the core, dying of thirst on the marble floor. It's smooth, it's hard. No footprints left behind, no mercy in the design. I poured a drink for the memories, but they don't drink with enemies. Yeah. Just me and the reflection now. Ice melting, stone cold marble floor. Watch your step.
the rust, the world gets the run. They get the jagged edges I leave behind. I sell them the cheap stuff, the watered down lies, the smoke screen smile and the hollowed out eyes. I've been walking through the desert, shoes full of stone, building a kingdom on a throne of bone. They think they know the devil, they think they know the man, but they're just catching dust slipping through my hand. I keep the cellar locked tight, I keep the heavy door shut against the night. Cause what's down there, it ain't for the crowd, it's too quiet for a world this loud. But you get the private reserve. You get the grace that I don't deserve. The vintage I buried, the soul that I saved. Before I was broken, before I was enslaved. Pour it slow, baby, let it breathe. You're the only reason I still believe. Yeah, the world drinks the poison, the bitterness, the nerve. But you're drinking from my private reserve. Check the label, yeah, the date is from the start. Before the city tried to dismantle the art, I keep it top shelf, hidden behind the velvet rope, where I store the last heavy ounces of my hope. See, I'm a savage in the street, I'm a ghost in a machine. Play the villain in the movie, keep the crime scene clean. But when the door closes and the curtains are drawn, I shed the armor. I've been welding since dawn. No masquerade, no blade, no sudden violent curve. It's just the truth, but still, that's the reserve. It's aged in the dark, it's aged in the fire. One sip will burn, one sip takes you higher. Don't spill it, it's all I have left. To give you anything less would be a spiritual theft. You're drinking from my private reserve. Top shelf, just for you. Keep it hidden, don't let them taste it. My private reserve.
Yeah, they look at us and see the dirt. They don't know what it takes to survive the pressure. Born in the basement of the city lights, where the wolves come out to feed on the lonely nights. We were cold, baby, heavy in the chest, put to the test, never getting any rest. I got a pocket full of sins and a heart full of rust, waiting for the gavel or the verdict to bust. They want the polish, they want the gleam, but they don't want the nightmare that built the dream.
dream. I see the cracks in your armor, the chip in your tooth. The only thing pretty here is the ugly truth. Let them chase the glitter, let them chase the gold. We got a story that's never been told, buried 6 feet under the shame, just waiting for the flame. We're diamonds in the rough, baby, buried in the mud. Holy water mixing with the sinner's blood. Cut from the chaos, sharp as a knife. Fighting for a little bit of beautiful life. Yeah, we don't sparkle, we burn through the dark. Jagged little edges, leaving a mark. Oh, they can't break us. We're tough enough, just 2 jagged diamonds in the rough. I love your fractured lines, I love the way you break. I love the way you shiver when the ground starts to shake. We ain't sitting in a window on 5th Avenue. We're in the getaway car with a jagged view. No silver spoons, just rusted steel. Tell me, darling, does the pain feel real? Because the pressure is the only thing holding us tight. Squeezing out the shadows till we find the light. Raw, uncut, dangerous design. I don't need perfection, I just need you to be mine. Scrape away the surface, we don't need their mercy. The flaws are the map, the scars are the road, carrying the weight of this heavy load. We're diamonds in the rough, baby, buried in the mud. Holy water mixing with the sinner's blood. Cut from the chaos, sharp as a knife. Fighting for a little bit of beautiful life. Yeah, we don't sparkle, we burn through the dark. Jagged little edges, leaving a mark. Oh, they can't break us. We're tough enough, just 2 jagged diamonds in the rough. In the rough. Let them keep the shine, I'll keep the dust. Diamonds in the rough. $500 on the nightstand wood. I'd give it back to you if I could, but the rent is due and the devil's outside, and I'm the passenger in my own ride. You asked for a name, I gave you a fate. Just another road that I had to take. The neon sign is buzzing red, painting halos round your head. You didn't ask for my body, you asked for my time. You wanted a witness to a victimless crime of being lonely in a crowded room. 2 ghosts dancing in the gloom. Oh, I'm the escort walking you home, but I'm the one who ends up alone. I sell you the shadow, I sell you the heat, I sell you the version of me that is sweet. But when the clock runs out and the meter is dead,
You take the memory and leave me the lead. You touched my hand, you didn't grab my waist. It was the first time I didn't hate the taste of whiskey shared in a hotel glass, watching the headlights on the highway pass. You told me secrets about your wife, the quiet wreckage of a normal life. For an hour, baby, I believed the lie that someone like me could touch the sky. But the phone vibrates, the illusion breaks. My heart is a weapon that shakes and aches. It's strictly business, that's what I say as I wipe a real tear away. Check the mirror, fix the paint. I'm a sinner dressed as a saint. Cash in the pocket, hole in the chest. Put the mannequin back to rest. See, I'm the rental, I'm the lease, I'm the momentary peace. I'm the seeker you will keep while the city is asleep. Don't look at me, don't try to say I'm just a flower on a grave. Transaction closed, the door is shut. Cut the wire, heal the cut. Said cut the wire, heal the cut. You take the memory, yeah, you take the memory. Caught in the cold, check the hall. Don't look back, don't let me fall. Just the escort, just the escort.
Dust rising on the hem of my slacks. There's a ghost in the mirror and it won't look back. I got a pocket full of rust and a heart full of holes, betting my last silver coin on a wandering soul. The devil's at the crossroads, checking his watch. I poured the last of my mercy in a glass of scotch. They say you can't take it with you when you go, just the weight of the secrets that you buried below. But if I'm meeting the maker or the man downstairs, I'm gonna look like I haven't got a single prayer. Oh, look at these polished shoes, black leather shining in the pale moon's bruise. Yeah, the road is jagged and the mud is deep, but I got a promise that I swore I'd keep. Let the world fall apart, let the sky turn loose. I'm walking through the fire in my polished shoes. I spent an hour on the shine till I could see my face, trying to wipe away the years, trying to hide the disgrace. It's a gentleman's armor for a sinner's war, knocking with a bruised knuckle on heaven's door. I might be broken, baby, I might be wrong, but I'll be the sharpest dressed shadow in the whole damn throng. I had a way of rhythm switches, staccato, whisper, pencil flow. The beat drops out to just a bass line and a ticking clock, click, clack, on the pavement, crack.
There's a hound on the scent and a knife in the back. Keep the chin high, fix the silk tie. Never let them see the fear in the glass eye. I'm scuff-free, guilt heavy, walking tall, reflecting the city lights, watching them fall. Crime on the soul, but the toes are clean. The prettiest wreckage that you've ever seen. Step left, step right, dodge the light. I'm dancing with the Reaper on a Saturday night. Let the world fall apart, let the sky turn loose. I'm walking through the fire in my polished shoes. Just keep walking, not a scuff on them. Shine on, sinner, shine on. Mirror on the wall keeps telling lies. See a gentleman there if I squint my eyes. A French cuffs Chris, starched in white, hiding the bruises from the losing fight. I snap them shut, let metal click, a temporary fix for a soul that's sick. Yeah, I'm dressed for the wedding or the funeral ride. God knows I carry the same ghost inside. Oh, they're just two pieces of cold hard gold, holding together a man who's folding, two little anchors in a velvet sea, keeping the savage inside of me. Yeah, the suit makes the man, or so they think, but I'm just hanging on by a cufflink. Check the pedigree passed down from my father's hand, who never understood the trembling of a younger man. He said, steel in your spine, boy, silver on your wrist. But he never felt the shadows or the phantom kiss. And now I'm walking through the valley with a swagger and a limb, selling high-class sorrow like a boulevard pimp. It's a costume, a uniform, armor for the weak. I got the shine on the sleeve, but the rust on the cheek. Inheritance heavy, like shackles in disguise. I'm a king in the dirt, with a beggar in my eyes. Click, clack, lock it tight, don't let the blood spill. I'm dressed to kill, standing on the Lord.
by a cufflink. One day I'll unbutton, one day I'll let it breathe, let the darkness spill out from the bottom of the sleeve. No more polished facade, no more pillar in the dust. Just the man and his maker, and the breach of the trust. I'm done.
They put warning signs on the highway for a reason. Tell you to slow down. Tell you to shift gears. But I never learned how to read the signs till I saw the silhouette of your soul.
I'm a rusted frame, a chassis full of miles and bad luck. Sipping gasoline, praying that the lightning strikes. Getting stuck in the mud of my history. Misery loves a passenger. I was looking for a savior, but I found a beautiful damager. Check the rear view, nothing there but smoke in the blacktop. Heart racing like a piston that is never gonna stop. You're standing in the headlights, red dress, pitch black night, looking like a tragedy that's somehow gonna make it right. I got no brakes, I got no fear, I got no alibi. Just a desert wind howling and a willingness to die. Been the cliff edge, just coming up fast. We're going too slow to make this last. The gravity is pulling me in. Oh, navigating these dangerous curves, testing the steel of my shattered nerves. You're a winding road on a mountainside where the devil's dancing, the angels high. One wrong move and we tumble down to the wreckage of this ghost town. Yeah, it's a fatal drop, but I love the swerve, lost in the motion of your dangerous curves. It ain't the body, baby, it's the mind, that's the twist. The way you hold a hurricane inside of a clenched fist. I'm an old soul, tired eyes, seen the bottom of the glass, but you make the seconds feel like hours when they pass. You got secrets buried deeper than a coal mine shaft. I'm the fool betting everything on a broken raft, but I'd rather drown in your ocean than breathe in the air of a safe, boring life with nobody there. So map it out, trace the lines on the palm of my hand. We are two outlaws running through the borderland, and the warning signs are painted in red. I should turn back, that's what my mother said, but the gravity is pulling me in. Oh, navigating these dangerous curves, testing the steel of my shattered nerves. You're a winding road on a mountainside where the devil's dance and the angels hide. One wrong move and we tumble down to the wreckage of this ghost town. Yeah, it's a fatal drop, but I love the swerve, lost in the motion of your dangerous curve. I've crashed 1,000 times before, left my heart on the canyon floor, but this time I'm not afraid of the impact. 'Cause if I crash into you, at least I know I'm finally home. Ghost town sweet, neon buzzing like a dying heartbeat. The vanity mirror is spiderweb crack. There's no moving forward, there's no turning back. You're shaking a little, hand on the chin. Let in the sinner, wash out the sin. The cap comes off with a click like a gun. The night is over, but the war's just begun. It ain't vanity, baby, it's armor plate. A little splash of color to cover the hate. You draw the line perfect, you draw the line thick. A beautiful mask for a soul that's sick. Red lipstick, looking like a fresh wound. Red lipstick, singing me a dead tune. It tastes like iron, it looks like fire. A bloody signature on a funeral pyre. You leave your mark on the rim of the glass, watching the world in the wreckage pass. Oh, that red lipstick. Yeah, she walks the wire between the saint and the witch. Digging a grave in a roadside ditch. It's a silhouette haunting the edge of the light. A kiss that burns cold in the heat of the night. She's got a smile sharp enough to cut the tension. A broken, jagged angel in the fourth dimension. Smudge on the collar, smudge on the soul. She's taken half when I offered the whole. It's a ring-mid addiction, a friction, a fiction. Caught in the trap of her silent eviction. Don't look at her eyes, just look at the mouth. Red lipstick, looking like a fresh wound. Red lipstick, singing me a dead tune. It tastes like iron, it looks like fire. A bloody signature on a funeral pyre. You leave your mark on the rim of the glass, watching the world in the wreckage pass. Oh, that red lipstick. The color you choose when the words are too heavy to speak out loud. You paint on a smile and you face the crowd. But I see the tremble, I see the fear, caught in the slide of a crimson tear. 100% just a stain on the pillow, just a stain on the past. Nothing this bright was ever built to last. Red lipstick, red lipstick, red lipstick, red lipstick. Stories up where the oxygen is thin. I'm watching the city lights flicker on my skin. Pour a finger to the sky, haze deeper than my regret. Staring at a skyline that hasn't killed me yet. The elevator stops, but nobody gets off. Just the ghost of a boy with a smoker's car. I traded in the dust for this marble floor, but the wolf is still scratching at the basement door. Welcome to the penthouse, the view is to die for. Everything you wanted, then you scream for more. Yeah, I'm high above the smoke, I'm high above the sound, but it's a long, long way to the cold, hard ground. King of the castle, we're crowned a rush, living in the penthouse, dying for some trust. Check the resume, I climbed up out the gutter, stutter, stepped through the mud. Made the devil stutter, sold a soul for the lease. Signed a deed in blood, now I'm drowning in the sky, water stuck in the flood. Designer sheets, but I sleep with one eye open. Counting up the dreams that I left down, they're broken. Paranoia is the roommate that I can't kick out. Silence is the loudest thing when you wanna shout. I got the key card to access the VIP, but looking in the mirror, man, I don't know me. Welcome to the penthouse, the view is to die for. Everything you wanted, then you scream for more. Yeah, I'm high above the smoke, I'm high above the sound, but it's a long, long way to the cold, hard ground. King of the castle, with a crown of rust, living in the penthouse, dying for some trust. It's quiet up here, dead quiet. Can't hear the sirens, can't hear the prayers, just the hum of the AC and the wind begging me to step out on the ledge. So I lock the glass doors and I pull the velvet drape. There's no fire escape, there is no escape. A golden cage is still just a cage, my friend, waiting for the credits on the screen to end. The penthouse, the penthouse. Don't look down, don't look porcelain is cracked, the faucet's dripping rust. I'm washing off the miles, I'm spitting out the dust. This cheap motel light flickers like a dying heart. I'm looking for the finish, but I'm back here at the start. The razor's dull, the steam is rising thick, tracing every scar, every stone and every brick of the wall I built around a soul I used to know before the desert wind taught me which way to go. Oh, I'm staring down a man in the mirror, but the smoke won't clear. No, the smoke won't clear. He's got my father's eyes and my devil's grin. He knows every single place that I have been. I try to look away, but he pulls me nearer. God help me make peace with the man in the mirror. Yo, look. He's a witness to the sickness, the miles and the madness. He's the curator of all my accumulated sadness. I tried to outrun him on the interstate blacktop, pushing 90 on the dash, waiting for the heart to stop. But he rides shotgun, silhouette in the glass, watching the white lines and the good years pass. He ain't a saint, he ain't a sinner. He's a consequence of jumping every border and breaking every fence. He saw me sell my soul for a copper penny shine. He saw me leave the water just to drown inside the wine, yeah. He knows the truth when the world believes a lie. He's the the lonely learn to die. Oh, I'm staring down a man in a mirror, but the smoke won't clear. No, the smoke won't clear. He's got my father's eyes and my devil's grin. He knows every single place that I have been. I try to look away, but he pulls me nearer. God help me make peace with the man in the mirror. I raise my fist to shatter the glass, to kill the reflection, to bury the past. But he didn't flinch, he didn't blink. He just watched me standing on the edge of the sink. And I saw the boy beneath the gray. I saw the price I had to pay. I put my hand against the cold. Two ghosts trying to break the mold. But we're roommates in this skin. Yeah, the steam fades out, the light stays dim. Just me and the man in the mirror.
Lonely, reverb heavy. Electric guitar picks a minor pentatonic riff. The sound of a match striking a deep exhale.
Read the fine print, darling. The ink is already dry. I met you at the crossroads where the neon flickers out, with a suitcase full of maybe and a pocket full of doubt. You asked for a forever, something shiny, something new. But I'm a salvage yard engine, barely passing through. The whiskey on the nightstand, it don't offer no advice. It just sits there like a judge, watching me roll the dice. You signed a dotted line, you didn't ask about the cost. Now you're looking for a map in a world that's always lost. Oh, check the terms and conditions of this broken heart. Strict no return on the love we tore apart. All sales are final, yeah, the damage is done. I'm a bullet leaving the chamber of a smoking gun. This is my regret policy, strictly enforced. No refunds on the time that we divorce. Yeah, you break it, you bought it, that's the guarantee. Don't come looking for salvation from a sinner like me. Look, I got a warranty on pain, but the coverage expired. I'm the villain in the script that the devil unknowingly hide. Line 34, clause B, read it and weep. The monster in the daylight is the same one in your sleep. I keep the receipts of the nights I couldn't breathe, tattooed them on my spirit just so I could never leave. You want a refund, you wanna talk to the boss? Well, look in the mirror at the
baggage, baby, carry on. Only the price of the ticket is feeling lonely. So take the scars as collateral, keep the change. We're just two ghosts riding on the open rail. Oh, check the terms and conditions of this broken heart. Strict no return on the love we tore apart. All sales are final, oh yeah, the damage is done. I'm a bullet leaving the chamber of a smoking gun. This is my regret policy, strictly enforced. No refunds on the time that we divorced. Yeah, you break it, you bought it, that's the guarantee. Don't come looking for salvation from a sinner like me. You didn't write the rules to be cruel, I wrote them to survive. If I let you take it back, I wouldn't make it out alive. I keep the policy tight, so I can sleep at night. No exchanges, just the dust in the rearview mirror. Cosmos dancing in a cracked beam of light, bourbon sweating rings on the coaster tonight. The clock on the walls got a heavy tick-tock, like a judge banging gavels on a prisoner's dock. I kept your coat hanging right by the door, shadow falls long across the hardwood floor. I didn't move the plate, didn't wash the glass, just watching the sand as it slips through the hourglass. They say time is a healer, a river that flows, but I'm stuck in the mud where the weeping willow grows. Yeah, I'm stuck in the quiet, and God, the quiet is loud. Now there's a king-size hole in the middle of the room, a velvet throne sitting silent in the gloom. I'm pouring 2 shots, but I'm drinking for a pair, just me, the devil, and the empty chair. Yeah, the silence screams what the devil wouldn't dare, staring down the barrel of that empty chair. Yo, static in the attic, static in the veins. Every floorboard creaking starts to spell out your name. I'm a prisoner of memory, doing time in the den, waiting for the front door to open up again. But the hinge is rusted, the narrative is busted. I put my faith in a future that couldn't be trusted. Now I'm dining with ghosts, a ceremonial feast, trying to tame the grief, trying to muzzle the beast. It's a hollowed out feeling, a chest full of smoke. Every word that I speak is a jagged little joke, yeah. They say time is a healer, a river that flows, but the river dried up and the wind only blows through the quiet. Now there's a king-size hole in the middle of the room, a velvet throne sitting silent in the gloom. I'm pouring 2 shots, but I'm drinking for a pair. Just me, the devil, and the empty chair. Yeah, the silence screams what the devil wouldn't dare, staring down the barrel of that empty chair. The wood remembers the weight of your bones. The house is a body, but nobody's home. I can't burn it down and I can't throw it out. It's the anchor of my sorrow, the seed of my doubt. Don't sit there. Don't sit there. There's a king-size hole in the middle of the room, a velvet throne sitting silent in the gloom. I'm pouring 2 shots, but I'm drinking for a pair. Just me, the devil, and the empty chair. Just me and the devil, and the space where you were. Just the empty chair.
The neon sign is humming a funeral hymn, flickering red on the rim of your gin. The bartender's counting the copper and dimes. We're out of excuses and we're out of time. There's dust on my boots from 1,000 miles. You're wearing that dress and a jagged smile. The clock on the wall hasn't moved in and out since the sweet turned to bitter and the whiskey turned sour. We burned the map, we lost the road, carrying the weight of a heavy load. I see the exit sign glowing in your eyes. So baby, this is last call for the sinners and the saints, before the curtain starts to fall and the memory starts to fade. Raise a glass to the wreckage, toast to the pain, wash down the heartache, swallow the rain. Yeah, drink it down. It's the last call. Yeah. Look at the ash on the table, it looks like an empire falling. I hear the ghosts of the highway, I hear the desert is calling. We were Bonnie and Clyde with a flat tire and no gun, running from the shadows, blinded by the sun. Gambled on a heart, laid the aces on the wood, did everything wrong while trying to be good. Now the tab is settled, the debt is getting paid, just 2 sculptures of ice in the mess that we made. No more tomorrows, just a hollow goodbye, a visual echo in the corner of your eye. So baby, this is last call for the sinners and the saints, before the curtain starts to fall and the memory starts to fade. Raise a glass to the wreckage, toast to the pain, wash down the heartache, swallow the rain. Yeah, drink it down. It's the last call. The lights go up, music dies. I see the truth in your tired eyes.
don't have to say it, I already know. Finish your drink, it's calm but though. Bartender's waiting with the keys in his hand, walking out separate into the sand. One last shot for the road not taken. One last breath and my hands are shaking. Last call. Lights out. The engine's humming like a funeral prayer. There's a ghost in the passenger seat, but nobody's there. I left the keys on the counter right beside the gin. Washed the sins off my hands, but the dirt's staying in. The radar is broken, the radio's dead. Just the static of your whisper looping inside my head. I'm trading gravity for a little peace of mind, leaving the wreckage of our paradise far behind. They say it takes two to keep the bird in the sky, but one of us was falling while the other learned to fly. Yeah, one of us was truthful and the other one was, well, I guess I'll see you in hell. Now I'm cutting the wire, I'm burning the map. I'm a winged desperado in a thunderclap. No parachute, baby, no safety inside. I'm taking the stick on this solo flight. Yeah, it's cold up here in the stratosphere black, but the view looks better when you don't look back. Sure look better when you don't look back. Yeah. Check the gauge, pressure dropping, heart is popping out my chest. Put the loyalty to sleep, put the memory to rest. I was the co-pilot riding shotgun in your tragic play. Now I'm rogue, going ghost, fading into darker gray. See, love is a heavy anchor when the ocean turns to rust, and promises are just a fancy way to crumble into dust. I got ices in my veins, I got gravel in my throat. I'm the captain of a sinking, burning solitary boat. So watch me ascend, transcend the bitter end. Don't call me a lover and don't call me a friend. Now I'm caught in the wire, I'm burning the map. I'm a winged desperado in a thunderclap. No parachute, baby, no safety inside. I'm taking the stick on this solo flight. Yeah, it's cold up here in the stratosphere black, but the view looks better when you don't look back.
lights are flickering like candles below. Every street we walk is just a faint dying glow. The oxygen is spinning, I can barely breathe. But it hurts less to suffocate than it hurts to grieve. Up, landing gear down. Ain't no turning this bird around. Just the stars and the scars in the dark. Create a silence, let the static bloom. There's a ghost sitting quiet in the corner of the room, sipping whiskey neat, staring through the gloom, while the devil plays a banjo on a tune. I got rust on the rim, dust on the lung, a whole library of lies that were never sung. I'm tracing outlines of where we used to be before the desert wind buried the you and me. Check the rear view, nothing but the black top, heart beating heavy like a hammer in a chop shop. I tried to outrun the shadow cast by the sun, but the memory of your laugh is a loaded gun. Now the neon sign is buzzing like a dime fly, hanging on a prayer in a purple sky. I put a quarter in the jukebox to hear the pain, but every single record sounds exactly the same. I'm singing solo echoes of yesterday, watching the technicolor fade into the gray. Yeah, the choir left town and the church fell down. Now I'm the king of nothing in a ghost town crown, just a howling dog, a sinner to the prey, lost in the solo echoes of yesterday. Just yesterday. It's a cinematic crash, a slow motion wreck. I got the weight of the phantom hanging round my neck.
See, the desert doesn't judge, it just swallows the bone. Turns a flesh and blood lover into cold hard stone. I'm counting mile markers, chasing the heat. Boots worn through on a cobblestone street. You were the melody, I was just the noise. Now I'm broken toys for the void to enjoy. No signal on the phone, no signal in the soul. Just digging deeper down into this rabbit hole. I scream your name until the canyon cracks, but the only thing coming is the echo back. If the walls could talk, they beg for mercy. If the river could drink, it'd still be thirsty. I burned the map, I broke the wheel. Tell me, are these scars supposed to heal? Are they supposed to heal? I'm singing songs.